Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. If you hear sounds in the back, that is Claire playing with her toys, and she might come and grab this. She's been trying to grab it, and yeah, she's obsessed with the phone camera and the sticks and the lights. But I have the questions here for my 2020 end of the year survey. So I've already did like my favorites of the year and stuff, and so I thought, instead of doing separate videos of like disappointing books of the year or whatever, most hyped or whatever, all these questions have that in here. I might as well do that in the video. So the first question, well, I did get this on from GabbyReads. I don't know who originally did it, but GabbyReads did this question, so I followed the questions that she did. The first question is, how many books did you read and did you meet your goal? I had no goal. I just read when I feel like it. I'm a mood reader as well. Like, it's just like, just because it's Halloween, I'm not going to read thrillers unless I really feel like it. You know what I mean? But I read 30 books. I'm on my 31st. So maybe by the end of the year, I'll finish that book. I'm reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo right now. And wow, it is so good so far. Anyways, yeah, I read 30. And yeah, no goal, but that's amazing to me with having a toddler and reading. I think that's great. What a next year, who knows how much I'll read. And the most read genre, I would say thriller. When I was looking at everything that I've read, there's some, historical fictions in there. But yeah, I would have to say thrillers. And then the longest and shortest books. So the longest book was Midnight Sun, which is the Twilight and Edward's point of view. And then next would have been The Nightingale, just shy, I think, like 100 pages-ish, maybe 75 pages off. And then the shortest book was In 5 Years, which I think is only like 255 pages when I think about it. And this was my most recent read. And then favorite book published in 2020. So I've been trying to like see what books have been published this year. And I'm pretty sure it'll probably be this one. This Mexican Gothic also came out this year, but this was way better than that. So Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by B.E. Schwab would probably be the answer to that question. Favorite debut book in 2020. So I'm not sure if this is her first book. No, this is not her first book. Let me see, did Alex Michaelides, is this his first book? Oh, this is his first book. And this book wasn't my favorite. This was like an okay book to me. It's a thriller, psychological thriller. Some people love it, some people are kind of like me about it, but it was still entertaining to read. And there's a few twists and stuff in here. But yeah, I guess this would be my favorite debut book that I have. And then favorite book not published this year. Well, that should be obvious, and that would be The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. A book that lived up to the hype, again, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and I would say Where the Crawdads Sing as well. Both of these I feel like lived up to the hype. A book that did not live up to hype, see, that's another thing. That's The Silent Patient, and also The Guest List. Like, I really thought this was gonna be my thing, and don't get me wrong, it was very entertaining. It's just I feel like the ending rushed, I guess. I want to say I think I wanted more out of it. So yeah, those two did not live up to the hype that I wanted. That's personal. A book that felt like the biggest accomplishment. Biggest accomplishment would probably have to be Jurassic Park, just because I loved the movie so much. I never thought I would get to read the book, and once I heard that it was like really different than the movie, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I gotta read it. So I felt really accomplished reading Jurassic Park. My favorite character, damn. Dang it. Probably both the sisters in this book. I don't know if I can choose one over the other because they both are awesome. Favorite character? Dang. I did like Addie LaRue just because she's been through a lot. She had a 300-year life. The main character in 5 Years, she's really cool. I enjoyed her personality. And right now, reading Evelyn Hugo, I really like Evelyn so far as well. She would probably actually, Evelyn, I'm only 100 and some page in. And I'd probably say Evelyn Hugo, actually. She's really, really cool. Least favorite character would have to be Hammond in Jurassic Park, because in the movie he's completely different and more likable and stuff. The book, I just don't like him. And then who else? There's gotta be, I think there's somebody else that I didn't like that much either. Let me see. Oh, what's his face in here? That Scythe. Is his name Goddard or something? Scythe Goddard. Oh, did not like him. Well, I should say I don't like him because there's still more books and who knows what happens to him. I don't want to ruin for anybody who hasn't read it. But yeah, I did not like him, and I did not like him in Jurassic Park. Most shocking book and moment. Wow. I think the shocking moment for me that I was like, wow, was the ending of this. Also, I would say the ending of this book, Return of the Key, where I still think about it, it's not really like my favorite where it's not everybody else's favorite and I just love the shine. Is just, the ending is just messed up. And same with this one too, is actually shocking all around too. Kind worth killing. I highly suggest this one as well. With the shocking book moment, like these three, I love them. These are really good books. Favorite couple. So I've read there's like a few like romances, or there's books that are like in 5 years seems like it's gonna be a romance, but it's really not. And so that couple was actually really cute though. But favorite couple that actually like aren't together, it'd be either the Honeymooners or the Bromance Book Club, because this is a married couple who got pregnant early on in their relationship, and they never really got to understand each other until they were having issues in their marriage, realized they were having issues in their marriage and stuff. So I think that's awesome. And then it's like a hate to love romance where it was a miscommunication most of the time, but when they were together and they're bickering was cute. So I guess that would be it. And then best written book this year, I would have to go with The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, just because this is so beautifully written. It wasn't my favorite of the year like how this was or anything. It was just a very beautiful written book, and I can't wait to read her other books. She mostly writes fantasies, and this one still was kind of a fantasy. It's just mixed with all these other genres, I think, in one. So I really can't wait to read her other books, and then I definitely can't wait to read more Kristen Hanna's because she broke me. Definitely broke me. Book you pushed most people to read. The Nightingale, of course. Let's see. Favorite book cover? Oh, man. Well, I did show you how, I love the shine of this one, but look how pretty In 5 Years is. I just love the way the gold shines as well. I just think it's a really pretty book. And then Mexican Gothic just has these really cute, cool colors, and there's it's kind of Christmassy if you think about it. I think that's beautiful as well. But yeah, those are probably the most. Favorite book to TV or movie adaptation? I'm trying to think. See, this is really hard because I watch so much TV and movies that I can't even think of a specific one. Normal People, actually. Normal People. This book was just kind of but I watched the show first before I read this, and the show was awesome on Hulu. I highly suggest it. Very, very good. I binge watched this. I was like, Matt could go play games and I was just like binging this show. Let's see. Book that made you cry the most. Obviously, this one, I have a reading vlog on it and you see me bawl my eyes out. Definitely a crying moments. Book that made you laugh the most. Book that made me laugh the most would probably be The Unhoneymooners, because there was some ridiculous crap that happened in this. And it's like a happy, sappy one, because a lot of these are like thriller-like or more serious type books that I've read. And I'm thinking it's probably this, just because that's all I can think about of happy and funny. Be The Unhoneymooners. A new favorite author discovered this year. Again, Kristen Hanna, V.E. Schwab, and there was another one, I think. Wasn't there? I think, well, Peter Swanson, who did The Kind Worth Killing. There's a lot of authors that I just found out this year, but I guess these three, mainly these two. Daddy's at work, baby. Guilty pleasure book of the year would probably be, I'm gonna say Conversation with Friends, just because this main character is having an affair with a guy who's married, but the wife knew about it. It's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. Weird book. I don't remember if they're adapting this just because they made Normal People. It's the same author who wrote Normal People. I'm wondering if they're going to make this, because this would be interesting. There's a lot of like different things in there. So yeah, probably this one has a guilty pleasure. Favorite book I've reread this year? I didn't reread anything this year, but if I had to say, it'd probably be Midnight Sun, just because it's like Twilight, but Edward's point of view, and then you get kind of more info on Edward's family and their background, even though you get that in like the Twilight books and the movies and stuff like that. But I feel like in this you get a little bit extra, but it's basically the same thing as Twilight. So that, I guess that's a reread. Best nonfiction of the year would have to go to probably The Gift of Forgiveness, just because there's so many real stories in here there's known people and unknown people in here, and their stories are just amazing. This one I cried a lot on too. This goes to the crying one too. Let's see. Were you happy with your reading year? Yes, of course I was. I was not expecting to read as much as I did. It really kept me sane this year, I think, being back into a hobby, because I feel like all I did was be with my daughter all the time. Of course, go on walks and sometimes play dates. We didn't do play dates for a while until maybe towards the end of summer, I'm gonna say. You know, when she would be napping, I would do certain things, but others I'd just be watching TV all the time. And I'm so glad that I found books again, and it gets you back into these, not think about reality, and you get to these stories that actually impact you so hard without even realizing it. And, you know, you think about your life in comparison to some of the stories that are on here, and it's just amazing. I feel like in books, well, movies and TV shows too, but I feel like in books you get more in depth with things, and you just feel things more, especially when connected characters. And I think that's very important in a book, is connecting with these characters, not just the ambiance of the story and everything around it. It's these characters. Especially when you connect with one, it can really, really impact you. So yes, please read any of these books, all of these books, whether I liked them or not. But yes, please, especially read this one. Please read this one if you haven't yet. So thank you for watching. This might be my last video of the year. I'm not quite sure, but probably. I haven't really been updating a lot lately. It's just been like busy, holidays, daughter, whatnot. So thank you for watching the video. Come on, click. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.